in terms of people who've done that, I mean, are they few and far between? Is that something that you feel that, why aren't people doing that, or do you feel more and more now are actually embracing the fact that I've got to go out and do it for myself? I've got to go out and show the fact that I'm hungry. Is it a trend that's happening, or is it still that few and far between?
I think there's always going to be an element, isn't there, that they've just got the drive naturally, and and I don't want anybody listening to kind of think, oh well, gosh, that scares the life out of me. And of course it will. It would probably scare the life out of me going to certain people to do the same. Yeah. So it's, speak to people, practice, try and just get some confidence in that and try and have some initial questions and things. There are people that knock on doors. Yeah. There's also people that, I did a couple of sessions yesterday standing in for a colleague doing CV sessions, and there's people in the room who ask the questions, and there's people that just literally don't say 2 words. Okay. And at first glance, you would think they're not actually that interested, but I think it's really easy to kind of make a sweeping statement about that. I think just sometimes people aren't that confident. Yeah. I wouldn't like to say across the board if I'm seeing more of it. I think what I am seeing is more people coming forward, knowing about apprenticeships, appreciating the opportunities that they give. And I think it's widely known, isn't it, that there are now more people interested in apprenticeships than there are opportunities available. I am seeing more people asking questions about it, more interest at careers fairs, that kind of thing.
There's no doubt. There's the interest in terms of apprenticeships, the knowledge in terms of apprenticeship is there. It's no longer a sort of a second choice. It is an alternative choice for people. Yeah. People have got that knowledge, they've got that understanding, and I think the work that has been done, particularly in the last sort of 5 years, I would say, has really elevated the conversation now. Now it's more about the opportunities that are there. How do we get through? Because there's more people interested, and the competition is at an all-time high. It's getting tougher and tougher. Yes. And the standard of people that are applying, academically they're excelling. So an apprenticeship is often just an alternative choice for them, because they can easily go and get a university. Yes, yeah. Even sort of Oxbridge type university places and so forth, and Russell, they can easily do that, to be frank with you. Absolutely. So it's not like they can't. No. So it is a tough world out there, particularly with regard to that. So so you've got to shine. Yes. And that's how as you said, the personal brand, the extracurricular activities. It's the work that they've got to put in prior to applying for the apprenticeship, and it's all the pre-work. And if they don't do that pre-work, it's harder for them to. It's not impossible, but it's harder for them to. Yeah.
Because they're essentially applying for a job. Yeah. And they're coming straight from school. Yeah. And whereas if they go to university, they get lots of support. Yeah. Where I am seeing a shift is in the school careers, people, teachers, parents, carers. Yeah. The realisation now is that there's still a lot of work to do. There is still, I would probably say, snobbery out there that university is the way to go. Yeah. And it's, for a lot of people... Particularly parents, I would suggest, more so than anybody else. Because definitely. The young people that we've spoken to want to do it, but they're finding it hard sometimes to convince their parents. Yeah. I think so. Parents or grandparents play a big role as well. Yes, yeah. So sometimes the parents and the grandparents, very difficult. It is, isn't it? Because I think there's people, they had such a great time and they want their children to experience and some do, but we've got an awful lot of apprentices coming through who went to university and dropped out. And I think particularly after COVID, I think those poor guys through COVID that were stuck in a university halls must have been a real challenge.
Absolutely. And again,
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.